What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ, and today we are back with a 2022 Toyota Tacoma Trail Edition. And as you can see, I'm currently being blinded by the bright sun, but I had to let you be able to see it in the background because it is such a good looking truck. Let's start with the exterior, we'll go to the interior, maybe a little cinematic action for you guys, drone footage, the whole 9 yards, and then we're gonna take it on a quick test drive. Without further ado, let's roll. Alrighty, starting off on the exterior, right off the get, you can tell this truck looks special compared to any other Toyota Tacoma. And right up front, starting off, is you have this nice bronze looking Toyota Heritage painted Toyota badging. I think that looks really, really nice. Then you move along the side to match it, you've got these 265/16 bronze wheels. And I mean, just look at this truck. I tried to park it here to where we have some dirt in the background just because this truck really, its home is off-road. I mean, it does great on-road, but off-road, I mean, just look at it. For those of you that wondering, the exterior on this truck is lunar rock. And it's really cool because in the sun, it's kind of like a green hue, but if you come around to like the shaded side, honestly, it really turns almost like a Nardo gray, which, I mean, in my opinion, I think looks just absolutely outstanding on this truck. I mean, this is the paint color to get, in my humble opinion, on this truck, for sure. The headlights are HID headlamps, which is certainly not a bad thing. LED is only one step better. But again, this is not the limited truck, so absolutely adequate for what this vehicle is meant to do. There is no keyless entry on this vehicle. It's old school key fob, or key rather, and you can see the keyhole there, so there's none of that. It does have a protective door trim there, which is actually paint match, which is actually really, really nice. You've got black badging, the SR5, obviously the double cab, as you can see. And then in the bed on the Trail Edition, the other unique thing is basically over here you have an insulated area, and over here it's non-insulated, and it's a bunch of storage to actually put stuff, which is super nice because it's a smaller truck. So like, it actually really helps being able to put the stuff back here, because in the cab you may have all people and you need to put stuff that, you know, is weatherproof, if you will. So this really does the trick. Very, very nice. In the rear, as you can see there, it says Trail, and then obviously the 4x4, and it has the nice little touch of like the bronze, which is really like the theme on this vehicle. So that's a nice little touch. And then the V6, obviously, and it's all blacked out, which makes it really, really nice. Down here, you've got some protection. Hopefully you can see that. Also a nice touch, because these knobbier tires, they're definitely gonna throw a little bit of rocks up there. So really, really nice touch. Same thing, as you can see here, it's kind of like beveled. I don't know if you can see it down through there or not. But yeah, so that's nice. The bottom little section there, trying to help with the tires to protect the paint, which is definitely nice. Without further ado, let's jump on into the interior. Let's jump into the back seat first. So, let's open this up. All right, I'm gonna try to hold this out here as I always do, because I like to show what it's like to get in and out of the vehicle. I think that's important, and so many reviews don't show it, because getting in and out of a vehicle is like a key component, in my opinion. Like, you may want to own a Corvette, for example, but if you can't get in and out of it, what good does it do you, right? So I'm 5'9", for those of you guys that don't know, about 150 pounds, so I'm not a real big guy, kind of a little guy, is what it is. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in here. So first thing I noticed is you do have a nice little handle right here to hold on to. That actually helps because it's just the right height to where it's kind of high to step up. So that does help. So this is pretty much eye level, if you will, holding the camera. Kind of pull yourself up. You will smack your head, as you can see there. So you got to make sure you duck to come in to the rear. Now, once you're in here, it's not bad. Again, I'm 5'9", so I said people around 6 foot tall will be comfortable. You can see my knees here. Now my seat leans back a little further than probably most. With that said, this is the distance you're getting, which is probably roughly 2 inches is what you have. Headroom, a little bit more. I've probably got about 3.5 roughly inches. So it's not made for super tall people, but it's definitely comfortable. Width-wise, if you wanted to actually fit like a third person right here in the middle, I'm not gonna lie, it would be ridiculously tight. But with that said, as long as you only have one other person over here, like there's plenty of room. Like this is the middle, and I'm leaning to hold the camera. So if I actually like sit up straight and hold it, absolutely fine in the back seat. So that's really all there is to talk about here. Because there's nothing else really here, no flip downs, nothing like that. The only other thing I guess I can touch on is these seats will fold down partially to show the storage, or a little storage compartment back there. So I'll show you that really quick before we jump into the front seat. This little tab right here, pull it up, out, and this is basically your storage back here. It doesn't hold much. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, my fist fits in there, so maybe like 5 inches, and then it obviously kind of slopes. So, I mean, toe straps, gloves, stuff like that, stuff you would use for a truck, maybe even a hitch would fit in there as well. So it does the same thing even on the other side. So that's a nice little touch that the Tacoma has. We are in the front seat, and my first impression, and you're probably gonna get a kick out of this, is Toyota for the Tacoma, boy, they do not want you to get thirsty. I mean, like, they don't want you to run out of like your fluids, like H2O. Like, that is very important to them. And what I mean by that is back here, the back seat has 2 cup holders right down there. So that's for the back seat, that makes sense. Up here, get my phone out of the way, you can see there's one here. You have a square thing. I mean, you could fit different stuff there. You have 2 cup holders here. Then in the door, and hopefully the lighting's not terrible, I apologize if it is. We'll open it up just a little bit for you. 2 cup holders here. And same thing on the passenger door, which is over there. So just in the front seat alone, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cup holders plus that little square. I mean, H2O, am I right? Looking over here to our left, you have obviously your window switches, lock, unlock, your window control for locking and unlocking that, your mirrors, and then you've got your bed lights, auto, high beams, you've got traction control. This is for the switch in the bed, so that is something you can control there. Moving to the steering wheel, pretty standard for Toyota in my opinion. Obviously you've got your phone call stuff, your mode, plus minus for your track, up down for which track you want to hear. Right side, this is all stuff to control your little menu screen up there, as you can see. And then you've got your lane keep assist, and then basically your adaptive cruise control. And then your actual cruise control is, you can see it kind of peeking through there, right down there. It's this little toggle. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard. Obviously up here you have auto headlights, which is nice, and then, you know, your windshield wipers on the right stick. An 8-inch touchscreen, which again is pretty updated. It's pretty nice. I actually don't mind that at all. That was a good job by Toyota. Definitely getting caught up there, which I like. And then moving down, you do have dual zone climate. That to me is so important. That is so important to have dual zone climate for me. I love it. So yeah. Down here you have your blind spot monitoring. You can turn it on, or obviously you can turn it off. You have your rear window, you've got a little USB, and then pretty standard cigarette type outlet there as well. And then the seats, as you can see there, they do have a nice little pattern in them. They are cloth. There's no option to get leather in this Trail Edition, but they look pretty nice for what they are. It's not just like a plain. It's nice to have that pattern in there for sure. And then up here you have obviously a little sunglasses holder, which I think is always a nice touch. And then an auto dimming mirror for your rear view, which that's also really nice. We have gone over the exterior. We have gone through the interior. Now it is time for some drone footage and a little cinematic action. So let's roll that 1 to 2 minute clip roughly. And after that, we're gonna get this little rascal out on the road and see how it drives, check the road noise, are the blind spots okay? Let's check all of that. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1, cinematic. we are on the road now to see how this 2022 Toyota Tacoma really handles on the road, because obviously with this being the package that it has and the trim level, it probably really shines off-road. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to take this vehicle off-road, but I can only imagine how much better it is off-road, so we'll do it on-road and go from there. So my very first impressions about driving this this truck is probably the interior. That's probably my first like impression, and what I mean by that on the interior is the interior is okay for what this truck is. Okay, it's meant to go off-road. That's what this truck is really built for. It looks aesthetically pleasing on the outside, as we've already kind of gone over, and being on the inside, it feels much better than the older Tacomas. Like, you've got an updated infotainment system, which is definitely better than I'll call it old school Toyota. Definitely a lot better comes to that. Digital displays looking straight ahead, they could be improved a little bit, maybe LED. That's usually my first critique on almost any vehicle that doesn't have it. So yeah, that's one thing they can improve upon. Now, I've said this in my other Tacoma reviews, the other impression is just the reliability. I mean, I've read forum after forum on how reliable these trucks are, and I think that really just goes for Toyota, probably in general, to be honest, but that doesn't change the fact of that is a really good thing if you're buying this vehicle, because you want something that's going to be reliable. I mean, that I don't know who wants an unreliable vehicle, and this thing is, you can even feel it when you drive. Like, I'm not saying it's premium, but it feels very, very solidly built, right? Like, you can use more premium materials, but as far as like the shocks and just the way that it handles the road, it's really, really, really good. The other thing I think important to note about driving this is this truck does have, with this trim level, it does have a little bit knobbier tires. Again, it's really made to go off-road, which is great. And I think maybe some people may have a concern that the tire noise is, well, of concern, and it's actually really quiet. I was really surprised when I saw the tires. I was like, ooh, that might be a little bit noisy maybe. I was pleasantly surprised. It really is actually quiet, and that I think is really important. The other thing to note is visibility when driving the Toyota Tacoma. I think the visibility is actually really good, which is kind of unsurprising, I think, because you have nice big windows. The only thing to keep in mind is, like, the Tundra you can get in and out of a lot easier, even though it's slightly higher off the ground. It's just because the doorways, like this roof line, is actually a little bit shorter, so that's something to consider. But if more of your concern is being able to get into the vehicle, as far as like getting your leg up standpoint, this is probably a better option. Obviously, it is slightly shorter to the ground. Another thing to note on this, the adaptive cruise control on this is also very nice, and it does work really well. Very good job there, Toyota. The other thing to note is it does have blind spot monitoring. That is an option on this vehicle, so it does not come standard. You do have to get that. And but yeah, so I think those are really important features, especially when you're talking about a truck that is meant to drive, in my opinion. So when you're taking this on a road trip, right, I mean, that's pretty important, having, you know, some of those features that are, I guess I'll call them comfort amenities, if you will, because it just makes it that much easier to drive down the road, not have to worry about as much traffic, stop, go, all that stuff. So I think it's pretty important. It's nice that they do put that on this vehicle. It also has dual zone climate, which we've already touched on, which is super nice because you're on a road trip. You know, my wife, she's always freezing. I'm always just sweating bullets. It doesn't matter. So having those two different temperatures, pretty important. Super happy to see that, because previously, like in, you know, several years ago, that wasn't an option. On trucks, unless it was just the highest trim level, you couldn't get that. So now that they allow that to be standard. That's pretty nice for sure. That's really good by Toyota. The other thing about this vehicle that, in my opinion, is probably fairly important to many of you is the gas mileage. It does have a V6 motor in this truck, if you don't already know that, as you probably have already seen in my cinematic. But long story short, it does get 18 city and 22 highway. Last but not least, for this road portion, I just wanted to touch on how it feels in the cabin. Front to back, it's fine for what I'll call normal size adults. Anyone that's around 6 feet tall, plus or minus maybe an inch or two, you're comfortably sitting in this truck. There's no problem with that. Width-wise, it has a good amount of width as well, because you don't feel like you're right on top of somebody like a car. So it's definitely slightly wider. So you get the feel of like a small SUV, but you also have a truck bed. And I think for that, that's pretty good. I think Toyota has this priced to where it sells because it's reliable. I mean, that's just what this truck is reliable. And I think based on that, everything we've gone over today, we've gone over road noise, the technology in here as you're driving. We've gone over almost everything you could from a driving aspect, short of taking it off-road, which obviously, again, we can't do that. And I 100% understand why, because we don't want to take a chance of anything going wrong with the truck. But I think that is going to end up concluding 2022 Toyota Tacoma Trail Edition. And just like that, we have 5 things I love and 5 things that they could improve about this truck in future year models coming in the upcoming videos. I hope you guys enjoyed today's honest review. And as always, there's going to be a new vehicle next week. And I think you guys may or may not like it. Long story short, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the dislike button, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts and opinions below. I really do respond to 99.9%. If you do something dumb, then I'm not gonna, take the time to waste my day. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good one, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.